Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a timeless tale, a Vietnamese folk tale that holds a powerful lesson about wealth, effort, and perspective. It's a story that might just change the way you think about getting rich. And it all begins with a young man, a beggar, and a simple, yet profound, secret. So grab a comfy seat, because this is the beggar who taught how to get rich. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among lush green rice paddies and winding rivers, there lived a young man named H&G. H&G was, to put it mildly, quite the character. He wasn't malicious or unkind, but he was undeniably lazy and perpetually poor. Each sunrise found him stretching lazily, his mind already drifting to dreams of grandeur, while his hands remained idle. He would sit under the shade of a banyan tree, watching the diligent farmers tend their fields, the bustling merchants hawk their wares, and the skilled artisans craft beautiful objects. And with every passing moment, a deep sigh would escape his lips, followed by a familiar complaint. "Oh, if only I were rich. If only fortune would smile upon me without me having to lift a finger." H&G was convinced that wealth was a matter of luck, a divine lottery ticket that some people were born with and others, like himself, were simply destined to miss out on. He spent his days lamenting his bad luck, believing that some cosmic force was conspiring to keep him in poverty. He yearned for a magical shortcut, a hidden treasure map, a mystical incantation that would transform his meager existence into one of abundance overnight. The idea of earning his wealth through consistent effort seemed, well, frankly, utterly exhausting and entirely beside the point. Why work hard when you could simply be lucky? Or so he thought. One scorching afternoon, as H&G was once again indulging in his favorite pastime, complaining under the shade of a magnificent old tree, a figure slowly approached. It was an old beggar, his clothes tattered, his face weathered by countless suns and seasons, and his staff tapping rhythmically against the dusty path. The beggar didn't hurry. He moved with the unhurried grace of someone who had seen much and understood more. He stopped near H&G, his eyes surprisingly bright and observant, fixing on the young man. H&G, caught off guard in his state of self-pity, looked up with a mix of surprise and annoyance. He braced himself for a plea for alms, perhaps a long story of misfortune. But what the beggar said next was entirely unexpected. "Young man," the old voice rasped, carrying the weight of experience, "you spend your days wishing for wealth, do you not? You yearn to be rich. I can see it in your eyes, hear it in your sighs." Hung was stunned. How could this stranger know his deepest desires, the very thoughts he was just silently voicing? "Yes," H&G blurted out, a spark of hope igniting within him. "More than anything, but I have no luck, no opportunities. I'm cursed to be poor." A knowing smile, a gentle, almost mischievous one, touched the beggar's lips. "Nonsense," he said, his voice surprisingly firm. "Luck has little to do with it, not in the way you imagine. You want to be rich, truly rich. He paused, letting the question hang in the air, allowing HNG's anticipation to build. Hung nodded eagerly, leaning forward, his previous laziness momentarily forgotten. "Then I can teach you how," the beggar declared, his gaze unwavering. "I can teach you the secret to becoming wealthy." HNG's eyes widened. This was it. This was the magic he had been waiting for. A secret teaching from an unexpected source. A revelation that would bypass all the tedious hard work he so dreaded. He quickly scrambled to his feet, bowing slightly, a newfound respect for the old man shining in his expression. "Please, wise sir," he pleaded, "tell me, I will do anything." The beggar chuckled softly, a sound like dry leaves rustling in the wind. He gestured for HNG to sit back down, then settled himself onto the ground with an ease that belied his age. "It's quite simple, young man," he began, his voice calm and clear. "Tomorrow, when the first rooster crows, rise from your bed. Do not linger. Go out into the world and find work. Any work you can get your hands on. Digging, carrying, cleaning, whatever is available. Work diligently with all your strength and focus. And here is the crucial part. From every single coin you earn, every single grain of rice you receive, do not waste anything, save a portion, however small it may seem. Do this every single day without fail, with patience and perseverance. And you will see," the beggar concluded, a gentle smile returning to his face, "how wealth will not just come to you, but grow within your grasp, like a sturdy plant tended with care." HNG's eager expression slowly began to falter, then morphed into a look of utter disappointment, bordering on indignation. His face scrunched up in confusion, then frustration. He had expected a grand revelation. A mystical chant, a hidden map, a secret formula known only to a select few. Instead, he got this "that's it," Hung exclaimed, almost incredulously. "That's not a secret. That's just hard work and saving. Everyone knows that." He slumped back against the tree trunk, the spark of hope that had ignited moments ago now extinguished by what felt like a cruel joke. His dreams of instant riches crumbled into dust. The old beggar, however, did not seem offended by HNG's outburst. He simply laughed, a soft, warm sound that filled the afternoon air. "Ah, but you see, young man," he said, his eyes twinkling with ancient wisdom, "that asterisk is asterisk the secret. It is not some hidden knowledge, but an open truth that many overlook, many despise, and many refuse to embrace. There is no magic spell, no mystical shortcut to true, lasting wealth. There is only effort, consistent and honest, coupled with patience, the kind that endures day after day, year after year." He then reached into a small, worn pouch hanging from his belt and pulled out a single, tarnished old coin. It was not valuable, perhaps just a small copper piece, but he held it with reverence. "Take this," he said, handing the coin to the still disappointed Hung. "Keep this as a reminder that even a beggar, if he works diligently, however little he earns, and saves carefully, can build something. This coin represents the smallest beginning, the first step. It is a symbol that even from nothing, with consistent effort and mindful saving, something substantial can grow. The old beggar then rose, nodded his head gently, and with another soft smile continued his slow journey down the dusty path, disappearing into the distant shadows. Leaving H&G alone with the old coin and the beggar's simple yet profound words echoing in his mind, H&G sat there for a long time, turning the old coin over and over in his palm. His initial disappointment slowly gave way to a grudging acceptance, then a flicker of curiosity, and finally a surge of determination. He looked at the humble coin, a symbol not of instant riches, but of potential, of consistency. What if the beggar was right? What if the secret wasn't something hidden, but something right in front of him, something he had always dismissed? The next morning, for the very first time, Hung rose with the sun, not with a sigh, but with a purpose. He walked into the village square, not to complain, but to ask for work. It wasn't easy. He started with odd jobs, carrying water, sweeping floors, helping farmers in their fields. His back ached, his hands blistered, but he remembered the beggar's words: work diligently, and don't waste anything you earn. Each evening, exhausted but resolute, he would carefully count his meager earnings. And just as the beggar had instructed, he would set aside a small portion, sometimes just a tiny fraction of a coin, tucking it away in a small clay pot he had bought. It felt insignificant at first, almost laughable. But he persisted, day after day, week after week, month after month. He learned to live simply, to distinguish between needs and wants. He stopped his wasteful habits, his idle spending on frivolous things. He watched his small savings pot slowly, almost imperceptibly, begin to fill. And as his savings grew, so did his understanding. He saw that each coin saved wasn't just a coin. It was a testament to his effort, a tiny building block of his future. It was a tangible representation of his consistency. As time went on, H&G's reputation in the village began to change. No longer was he lazy H&G. People saw his diligence, his commitment. They offered him more stable, better-paying work, recognizing his newfound work ethic. He learned new skills, applied himself with a focus he never knew he possessed. He started investing his savings wisely, first in a few tools, then in a small plot of land, gradually expanding his endeavors. Years passed. The small clay pot had long since been replaced by sturdy chests filled with coins, and his single plot of land had grown into prosperous fields. H&G, the once lazy and complaining young man, was now a wealthy and respected member of the community. He was known not just for his riches, but for his humility, his wisdom, and his incredibly diligent nature. Whenever people, particularly the younger generation, approached him wide-eyed and hopeful, asking, "Master H&G, how did you become so wealthy? What is your secret?" He would always, without fail, share the same story. He would smile a smile, much like the old beggars, and say, "It was a beggar, an old, wise beggar, who taught me he taught me the greatest secret to getting rich." And then he would recount the tale, often pulling out that very same tarnished old coin, which he still kept as a cherished reminder. He would explain that the secret wasn't a magic trick, but the simple, powerful truth of consistent effort and diligent saving. He would emphasize that true wealth wasn't about sudden windfalls, but about the steady accumulation of value through hard work, smart choices, and unwavering patience. The beggar's lesson wasn't just about money. It was about transforming oneself, cultivating discipline, and understanding the profound power of daily habits. And so, the story of H&G and the wise beggar became a legend in the village, passed down from generation to generation, reminding everyone that the path to abundance often lies not in seeking complex mysteries, but in mastering the simple, fundamental truths that are often overlooked. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest wisdom comes from the most unexpected sources, and the most profound secrets are often the simplest truths waiting to be embraced. What a truly inspiring story, right? It just goes to show that while we might crave instant gratification, real, lasting success and wealth are built brick by brick, day by day. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and being smart with what you earn. No magic required, just good old-fashioned effort and a bit of foresight. What do you all think about H&G's journey? Have you ever had a moment where a simple piece of advice profoundly changed your perspective? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed this tale and found some value in its message, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories and valuable insights. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next upload. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.